dream I know, deep up my feelings for you.
The People Democratic Party has announced their decision to change the outcome of the recent Edo State governorship election in court. But even after this, we have the former Edo State Governor, Senator Oshiomhole, has said that the incumbent governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, was a failure as the governor of Edo State. My wonderful people, before I go bring the matter, come give you now, I go like welcome you especially to my wonderful channel, Reality Latest. This is your home of news and politics. Thank you so much for joining us on today's wonderful news. If today is the first time of watching, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, but don't forget to turn the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our video. To all amazing subscribers, thank you so much for joining us. So guys, let's proceed. The Democratic Party has announced their decision to challenge the outcome of the recent Edo State governorship election in court, citing irregularity and a compromised electoral process. Speaking to Nigeria Tribunal on Sunday, the party National Publicity Secretary Devo Olubunagba affirmed that the PDP is committed to upholding the rule of law, and they are currently reviewing the election documents before taking legal action. They said their party is a party of law and order, so they believe in the rule of law and they don't resort to self-help like the APC does. So they have compromised institution of election, INEC and the police, but they believe that ultimately the will of the people will prevail. My people don't be small matter. According to Debo, he said the party legal team and officials are meticulously examining the election result. So he assured that the PDP's position would soon be made public and is going to reflect in the party legal actions. So Olubunagba said their team of lawyers and party officials are revealing the results, and he's sure in the next couple of days that they are going to see the position of the party, which will be reflected in the actions they take. He expressed concern about the state of Nigeria democratic institution, particularly the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, which he accused of failing to maintain independence. He emphasized that for democracy to thrive in Nigeria, said they need strong, independent institution. Drawing a comparison to United States' robust democratic system, Olubunagba said INEC is supposedly independent, but they has corrupted themselves by refusing to follow their own rules. The challenging of democracy lies in the weakness of their institution. So he added that despite frustration, that the PDP remain committed to the legal process, trusting that the rule of law will ultimately prevail. The PDP maintained that their candidate, Dr. Ighodalo, won the election based on the results from polling units across the states. So he noted that the party has gathered evidence to support their claim and they will pursue justice through lawful channels. They have all the results from the units and it's clear that they won the election. They are confident in the rule of law and they will take appropriate steps to ensure that democracy is not undermined. The PDP is expected to file the case in the coming days as they seek to overturn the election result and assert what they call the true will of the people in Edo State. Alright, my wonderful people, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. We would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions are in our comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Moving on to the next one. The former governor of Edo State, Senator Oshiomhole, said that incumbent Governor Godwin Obaseki was a failure as the governor of Edo State, and that there was nothing about his performance in 8 years in office that indicate that Edo people would vote for the person that he endorsed as the next governor of Edo State. Oshiomhole said this in an interview with Arise News on Sunday, where he said that Obaseki had burned his bridges as he had reportedly fought with the people who used to back him, which resulted in him becoming a lonely man in politics. The senator said, God knows that Governor Godwin Obaseki misgoverned the state. He defrauded the people, he jailed innocent women, he did a lot of terrible things that any man who has the fear of God will not do to his own people. And he's proud to say he will crush every other minute. He will say he is the chief security officer. That in the process, Obaseki forgot that this power belonged to the people, that the sovereignty belonged to the people. Senator Oshiomhole said that Governor Godwin Obaseki forget that the people delegated him, they entrust him, they believe that he will do good to them. Instead, that he used the power to threaten, he made promise he never kept. So there was nothing, and even the lawyer father, he was fighting him. That he fought everybody, whether he looked for his trouble, you didn't look for his trouble, that Governor Godwin Obaseki will fight the person. He was busy crushing people for himself, a way of life. That's They are very happy now that they have consigned him to the dustbin of political history. So as a person, he's a friend, but as a governor, he was a failure. Oshiomhole went on to say that they defeated Obaseki and Ighodalo. So they should be quiet. They should be quite predictable that this was nothing either in Obaseki performance nor Ighodalo credentials that would have made them win the election. And he said that before to this channel that Ighodalo is not electable. That now, what are the facts? That Obaseki is like the proverbial blind man. Why people don't be small biggie. He said he's like a blind man who in 2016 he rode on his back as an outgoing governor. That they crossed the river and he didn't allow his leg to touch the water. And so he didn't understand what it looked to become a governor. That in 2020 again, that there were internal crises in the APC. Obaseki again had the backing of some elements within the APC. And of course, the very Wike that he is demonizing now, that Governor Wike, as he then was, left Port Harcourt to Benin, and the Resident Electoral Commission, they were protesting against. That same Resident Electoral Commission was in Benin again. Obaseki rode on the back of Wike and elements, and what became known as PDP Legacy Group, together with some of the elements in APC. They took him to cross the river for the second time without his leg touching water. The second time, he was being described as the Iron Man. And so this time around, he has burned all the cables. He has divided the PDP into two. The legacy PDP left him, Wike left him. And what Oshiomhole said, he left him too. That his deputy left him. And so he was now a lonely man. And now he had to cross the river using his own strength. He just found out that in the process, he got struck inside the river, which he himself predicted that once he loses the election, he said the election was a do or die. Now Edo people have done it and he is dead. Addressing criticism from election observers who questioned the fairness of Edo gubernatorial election, Oshiomhole dismissed their claim, saying an observer perspection, as they say, what is apparently may not be real in the real world. That something appears apparent doesn't mean it is real. An observer is no more than the name suggests, an observer. And his view cannot be superior. They cannot be damning. That they have 4,519 polling units across this length and breadth of Edo State. This observer, how many were they? That how many units did they observe for them to be more credible than INEC that was present in every election? He then, said that concerning the governor-elect, Mondo Obolo, that he's very proud to support Mondo Obolo because he believes they don't need arrogant people in government. It's not like a private company. And Oshiomhole was then questioned as to why Mondo Obolo has not shown a strong media presence like his opponent to speak to Nigerians, to which he responded. And Oshiomhole said, only the voters in Edo State and not you can decide which kind of person they want as governor. That if they prefer even a deaf person, then who are those, with all due respect, to sit in Lagos and say no? That Edo people are wrong. That they cannot say that. Or that is what Edo people want. That was why they voted for Mondo Obolo. So my people, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying to yours.